Hey there, soccer fans. Joao here. Before we get started, real quick, if you enjoy this podcast, leave us a review, whether it's Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you kids get your podcasts these days. That would be awesome. It's fast, it matters, it helps the show grow. Okay, that's it. Enjoy the show. Mané scores a lot of goals. Have you heard that song? Have you heard that song?
I'm pretty sure that I have. I'm pretty sure.
All right. For those who have not heard the song, listen to this. You'll love it.
Mané, sorry Sané, he scores a lot of goals. It's not a hard thing to do, so just give the ball to Mané. It is the Mané world.
That was amazing. How much did you love that song from a scale of 1 to 10, Rob?
I'm gonna say 11. Let's go 11.
Turn it up to 11. Yeah. Soccerholics podcast with Rob and Joao. Yes. In the other pod, I don't think we ever mentioned. Not that you don't know what podcast you're listening to at the time, but we did not mention. We went right in.
You
We
know
were
what?
so excited about all the footy.
That is true. Hey, that's good though. That's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
That's not a bad
Yeah. Oh, Africa Cup of Nations. That's what we're going to start this pod out with because those are the tingles. I still got the tingles from this weekend.
It was almost like the Africa Cup of Madness, actually.
Absolutely.
That thing was
absolutely
insane.
Yeah.
But I will say though that tournament it lived up to all the hype. There were no real surprises until we got to the final, and those surprises were crazy. But all the teams that were expected to win won. I think the best team in Africa won it in the end. Everybody likes to see the host go far. But I think that tournament was predictable. I should have put some more money on those games. Like I said, there were really no surprises at all. But let's talk about this final. So this thing was,
oh my God.
It was insane. It was probably the craziest thing that you'll ever see. And, as much as I hate like that there's, sometimes when people talk about soccer football in South America, they also think about like craziness and this weird diving and the players going after the referees and stuff like that. And this game was all that. I mean, it kind of lived up to not want to say the expectations, but it kind of lived up to some of the stereotypes that people have about African football.
Yeah.
It's not organized. It's kind of wild. The referees make some weird decisions. So I don't think
the whole thing was weird. It was crazy. It was crazy.
Weird. Yeah. I don't think we can spoil it. I think it's like, because if you haven't watched it by now or haven't seen anything on your social media, I mean, it's like World War II. You can't really spoil World War II for anybody.
Yeah. When I watch live, my any game that I want to watch live, I'm doing quotes here, where I watch later, I avoid everything. I avoid podcasts. I avoid social media. So if you're gonna hop onto a soccer podcast, you're gonna get some spoilers. You gotta get some spoilers.
you gotta expect.
But first, Mané got him there. Okay, so he had Egypt versus Senegal, right? Yeah. And Mané squeaked in a beautiful Mané-like goal in the 80th-ish minutes, right towards the end of the game. Put Salah to bed. Put Salah on a plane back to Liverpool. Whether he'll play or not, we don't know. We shall find out.
And now with that match, I think at least playing for the national teams, it's Mané 3, Salah 0.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Was Egypt has won more than any African team, so they won 7 or something.
They won 7,
like that.
I think.
But Salah has not been on any of those.
Nope.
And I don't have the dates in front of me, but he wasn't on any of those teams that won the.
Nope. Wow. Which is crazy. It's hard to believe.
Poor
that
bastard.
And I thought they would. I mean, Egypt did do well, and I guess it's notable to lose to the eventual champions, I guess, but. I think, and I said last week that if they won, he probably wouldn't go back to Liverpool. I don't know now. I mean, a lot has changed. A lot has changed in the world since Salah left to join his national team. So who knows? Who knows what'll happen?
I know. We'll see. I actually thought Egypt was going to take the cake, but I was surprised with the Mané goal. So I was a
Yeah.
neutral. So like I love Mané.
Yeah.
I still dream of the Mo, Mané, and Firmino days of Liverpool. Those were those were the I'm crying here. I don't usually cry in public, but those were the days. So I was a neutral, and I was happy with whoever won this. But yeah, him pushing him forward. But yeah, this final was absolutely bonkers. I had a priority issue, and I ended up on a Zoom call with some college buddies. So I did have the game on the second half. I had to join this call, so I had it on mute, and I didn't know what I was seeing. I guessed it, and I guessed it right. But the fact that like the game was off, and you had like Mané like trying to get his players back on, back on the pitch, and it was right after that penalty call, so I'm like, are they protesting a penalty kick? What's going on here? Absolutely madness.
It was just
madness.
wild. And I guess there was 15 minutes. So I don't remember exactly what happened. I had a rough weekend. We can talk about that later. But there was just some
Rob.
yeah. There was the disallowed Senegal goal. And then there was the foul that led to the 15-minute delay in what's his last name? Diaz, I believe, taking the penalty for Morocco. And there was just madness going on. Did you see the stuff with the towels, with the goalkeeper and the towels?
No.
No, oh my God. So I guess the whole tournament, and people weren't paying attention.
I missed all these little nuances, I was first half I was like sitting there watching the game, and my wife was like, "You got to jump on this call," and I'm like, "Oh."
Yeah.
So the second half on mute, I missed all these little things that were happening. Go ahead.
I guess this towel thing was happening the entire tournament. Moroccan officials, like ball boys and some of the ushers, and then even Hakimi did it at one point where they were taking the towel of the opposing goalkeeper and like throwing it into the stands, or they would just steal it because there was a lot of rain and the balls are wet and blah blah blah, and the goalkeeper's using it to wipe their gloves off, and they just kept doing this the whole time. I guess nobody caught on to it until the final. They had like three ball boys standing at the Senegalese goal, and the goalkeepers most of the time they tuck the towel into the net. They just kept taking it. So eventually Senegal took their backup goalkeeper and had him holding the towel. Yes, and if you look it up, then at some point, like three ball boys are going after, like chasing after, and they had him on the ground, the backup goalkeeper, to take this towel. Yes, listen, it was bonkers. It was insane what was going on.
I mean, got televised. I got to go back to that game.
You gotta, and I'll send you some clips because it was all over social media. It was crazy. Like I was like, how are they allowing this to happen? And I mean, there was just so much crazy stuff that happened. It even like bled into the trophy ceremony at the end. That's how bad it was. Oh yeah, yeah. So
God,
I don't know.
I did leave after. I didn't stick around for the trophy. Usually I do, but I had to skip after that. But God, I need to go back and try to find some of this gold.
The Senegalese fans, at one point they were about to storm the field. This is while they were doing the VAR check, and then when all the Senegalese players went into the dressing room, Mané stayed out there, and he was like, "No, come back out here." And eventually the players came back out, and they were helping to push the Senegalese fans back into the crowd. It was wild.
Yeah.
And I don't know what would have happened had they lost that game. I mean, I'm sure the Moroccan fans are mad, and they're in Morocco, but I don't know what would have happened if Senegal would have lost this match. It was crazy.
It is crazy. I mean, yeah. Go ahead.
Oh,
tell us.
At the end, I think he's like the prince or something of Morocco. He was standing with Gianni Infantino, the FIFA president, and the CAF president was trying to give them the trophy so they could present it to the Senegalese team, and both of them were like, "No, we're good." They didn't want to. Yeah. And now Gianni Infantino, the FIFA president, has come out and said that it was it was crazy. It was weird what happened. That we can't allow stuff like that to happen, and blah blah blah. Yeah, it was crazy. That hopefully we never see anything like that ever again. But that was just a weird ending to a great
strange
tournament. I still think probably the best team won. the best team in the tournament because they're the best team in Africa, obviously, and they're probably top 15 in the world easily. But yeah, it was just weird the way that it happened, and it's kind of
Yeah.
unfortunate too because now people are gonna be like, "Oh, Africa, they're crazy," but the play was good. The tournament was great. It's just the antics and the craziness that happened at the end. Nobody wants to lose in the end, but yeah,
Yeah. Wow. That's I missed like I feel like I missed all of that. Ugh. I mean, what did you think? When the penalty was called and everybody flipped out and Senegal had protested and left the pitch.
yeah.
What did you think of that penalty kick? Or the penalty? Like, was it soft? To me, it seemed soft, but
I think it was really, really soft. But
yeah,
I can also understand the referee because I mean he's one of the
yeah,
higher rated referees in Africa, and I don't know to disallow the Senegalese goal. I might have to watch it again from a couple of angles, but I don't know that Morocco goal should have or that penalty should have been given. I don't know.
yeah.
I
I
really,
mean, it was Senegal going into this thinking that there's going to be some cheating that Morocco was going to they won like they were the favorites to win or something because
I think
they're
yeah,
hosting and that and so everything like calls like that they were maybe even already planning on doing something if there are
I do.
any weird sketchy calls that sort of thing you think that they
I think
thought
that
Morocco was
the Senegalese definitely
cheating.
had that on their mind, 100%. Especially like with this towel thing, like that alone. And I'm sure the other goalkeepers from the other teams may have, they've been talking to whoever from the staff of Senegal or whatever. Yeah, I'm sure. And like we were talking before we started recording about the scoreboard or whatever lighting up when he took the penalty and it got saved. It still popped up and said goal, and then it disappeared really quick. Like, why would you do that? And then again, watch the Senegalese
Yeah, it's
players
very strange.
because their reaction when their goalkeeper saved it, it was not what you'd expect at all. To me, it almost seemed like they kind of felt like they were going to lose no matter what they did. So yeah, I mean, but they got the
Interesting.
trophy. That in the end,
But
that's all that really matters.
when I know it's a Panenka or whatever the kids call it,
Yeah,
but to me it kind of looked like he flubbed it on purpose almost. I mean, is there any conspiracy theories about that? It kind of looked like maybe the player I think it has happened in history. I don't have anything in front of me that suggests that it has, but maybe the player felt that maybe it was a soft penalty, and
yeah,
the Senegal was correct on leaving and protesting, and so that was his way of saying like, let's even the playing field out. You're right.
yeah.
That was totally soft, and he just kind of kicked it. It was kind of looked like he lobbed it right at the
Right
goalie.
to
I
him.
mean, I know that kick, and
Yeah,
some folks can do it, and most folks can't. But kind of, I mean, when I first saw it, I'm like, he just gave them. It's kind of like when somebody gets injured and then
and they kick it
they
out.
kick the
Yeah,
ball back. Yeah, and they kick it out, and then it goes back to the the initial team. It's like it kind of
yeah.
felt a little bit like that, like he just kind of flubbed it on purpose. I don't know.
And
Is that how you felt?
watching it live, that's how it felt. It did
Yeah,
look like that because I mean, people do that Penenga because they're expecting the goalkeeper to dive like hard to the right or to the left. He
yeah.
didn't move, and the ball it moved so slow. It
That's
was
what I
like if
mean. It looked like he was
throw
just
like a
kicking it
paper
back to him.
towel. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's true. Yeah,
It's like he's telling him it's down the middle. I'm gonna kick it right to, and it literally just went right. Like he didn't move,
right
and it
to
just
him,
went right to him. Like he
directly
knew
to
that
him.
was gonna
Yeah,
happen. Seemed a little. I don't know. That's how I kind of took it. Like I think he just gave it to him, and then
yeah,
which I thought was absolutely after all of that drama. It was like 15 minutes, maybe
yeah,
more, and then he just
yeah,
kind of flubs it at him after all of that drama.
yep.
Like he didn't just like crush it in the left corner or something.
Listen, I would have
Very
put that
strange.
thing top left.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
competition.
and I would
You
have the
want to walk
trophy
away
sitting
winning.
right next to me right now.
Right here.
Yep.
It's bonkers. That whole thing was just absolutely insane. Absolutely
Yeah,
insane.
it was
Yeah.
crazy. That was just weird. But
Money is not even that young, old. He's like 35. I mean, which is like getting there in the sports age. But
yep.
he looked good. Maybe he can come back to the Reds. Maybe
He said this was his
Monty, if you're
last
listening,
AFCON.
come back.
Yeah.
Come back, baby. Come back.
Yeah,
This
he
is his
said
last one.
this
He's
is
done.
the last AFCON, but they're playing in the World Cup this year, so
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's
um,
right.
yeah. But this summer will probably be the last time you see him. He'll probably do one more game after that. Probably do his like testimonial after the World Cup. But yeah, you won't see him at AFCON
Interesting.
anymore. Not as a player.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
bonkers.
it's pretty
Bonkers.
upsetting. But yeah,
if you haven't seen, if you're listening to this and you have not seen the AFCON final, just stop listening to us right now.
Yeah, and go watch
find
that.
it. Yeah, don't even listen to us at all, and just go watch it.
Come back after you
come
watched
back.
it,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
listen to us. Yeah.
It's bonkers. I'm actually, after this, I'm gonna go back and see if I can catch some of that stuff, and I'm gonna
man.
go online. I'm doing a social media sabbatical. I do this like half the year, so I'm like not really on social media, so I'm not seeing any of this bonkers stuff. But
man.
I'm gonna pop on YouTube after this and see if I can catch any of that towel stuff.
I'm gonna send you all this stuff that I have.
Do it.
'Cause my
Do it.
Instagram feed was crazy with it yesterday. I mean, it was wild. And, all these videos from soccer people that are talking about like analyzing what's going on, and they were like, "This game was weird," and all the conspiracy theories. But I mean, to me, some of it
I'm
is
excited.
with merit, because some of that stuff was really, really weird. Ball boys tackling backup goalkeepers
That's bonkers.
for
I gotta-
towels. It's insane. Like, that is nuts.
I gotta see that.
They had him.
I gotta
Literally,
see
they had him on the ground, and there's like three dudes. One of them's like on top of him. I forget the backup goalkeeper for Senegal for this tournament, but it was pretty crazy. So
That's too funny.
But good tournament.
I gotta find it. Yeah, I gotta find it. And speaking of the World Cup, you said you got a note here that the Trump administration has banned several nations from visa programs, including several from countries that will participate in the 2026 FIFA World Cup only months before the tournament.
Yep. Now I can't give
What does that
any
mean?
exact
I mean,
teams. I know Iran, but they were already kind of on there. But and so they're saying this is kind of messed up, but the Trump administration has said that they will allow the Iranian team to come. Obviously, they're going to let them come, but they can't say the same thing for the coaching staff and any of the support staff, which is insane. Like, you can't do that. And now I've been seeing stuff today, mainly because of this, stuff with Greenland. The teams are thinking about not coming. And if I'm telling you, once one huge European country decides they're not going to come, be it France or England,
we
or
will
the
not do it,
Netherlands,
and no, we will not go to America. I can't do my French
or the
accent, but
Austrians, no one, but it'll be a domino effect, and no one will come.
What's the matter? We're not gonna go. We can't do it. Come on.
Yeah.
We're not gonna do it. We're not gonna do it. Come on. That's great. That's You know what? I mean, do you think like people will actually? Because like this has been a history of FIFA where they choose these countries that no matter what's going on, the politics aside, we're gonna go to this country, and then we always say things like like at the Qatar World Cup, they had like literal slavery, right, where they were like building the stadiums and stuff. They're like Bangladeshians coming in, they're taking their passports, and we're seeing these documentaries on it and reading the news about it, and then we're like, I'm still gonna watch.
It's the same thing.
Watch.
So
like
look at it. Russia
not gonna happen
in
here.
2018. Don't forget that
Russia.
one.
Yeah,
And then
well, that's what I
Qatar
mean.
in 2022. Yeah. So now I hate to say it,
mean,
but we're one of
people
those
are still gonna
countries
watch.
now. Like, we're the bad guys now.
Well, that's
like,
what I mean. Like, do you think people are going to be like, with the whatever bans, the visa bans and the stuff with Greenland and so on and so on? Do you think people are actually going to boycott and ban it, or or do you think people are going to be like, we're still going to go, we're still going to go, we're still going to? It's the World Cup.
I think
we got to go.
I think people that were planning on going to the U.S., they probably won't. People are going to watch it on TV like myself.
Yeah.
I'm still going to watch it. But I'm not going to go. Obviously, I can't afford it. That's another thing.
Yeah.
The ticket prices, which we talked about before. But I think there's going to be a lot more people that are, Europe now, people are starting to they're protesting over here about this.
Yeah.
And I think, it's crazy. And I think that it's going to affect it. Now, if they're playing in Canada or Mexico or whatever, and they don't make it to the knockout stages, then that could be a different, those people from some of those countries. The only one that pops off the top of my head because it like personally affects me is Bosnia. Bosnia hasn't qualified yet. They can still qualify in March. But I personally know people that had a U.S. visa and they're Bosnian, and now their visas have been revoked. They are no longer valid, even though they paid all that money, took all that time, went to the embassy, consulate, whatever.
Oof.
And now if their team qualifies, with maybe not the people I know had a plan to go to the U.S., but maybe they did, and now they can't go if their team qualifies. Even if their
Yeah.
team didn't qualify and they just wanted to try to go see Messi or Mbappe or whoever,
Yeah.
Modric, they can't now.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Selfishly, I hope nobody can come here, and then the tickets are down to like $60, and then
Yeah, I mean, of course that
it's
would
all
be
about me, baby. It's
But I don't
always
think that-
about me, Rob.
I don't think that's going to happen either because there's still a lot of countries.
No,
that
I've
are
seen.
still-
They're still insane. They're still insane. But
Yeah.
I was looking at like right around this year. I started itching for live games. Like 'cause things start coming back in like February, March, and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I did run across like a couple of like either on Ticketmaster. Or I also use an app called Game Time. I don't know if you guys have that out in Germany. But tickets are like I saw some rando games that were like in the 400, 600 zone. Not
See,
that
that's
again
not
that's
bad.
that's super
not
cheap,
true.
but they're not 2,300. There's still a lot of like 3,000, 4,000. I'm just
Yeah, of
saying.
course,
I'm
of course.
noticing though they are kind of squeaking down just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
That's still. I'm not gonna sit in the boonies for 400. I'd rather go with a bunch of buddies and we go
a
see
bar,
like
yeah.
a whatever party, a watch party. Because I know
Yeah.
that's in Los Angeles. There's a lot of those kind of things, and I still haven't been.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I'm an old man, Rob. I don't go out and with the big crowds often, But I'm actually very excited. That's one thing I'm very excited about with the prices being so high. Watch party.
That's true. Yeah, and they do a lot of that
Still
here
feel
in
the same.
Germany, especially.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
where they'll
sure.
have-
Yeah.
Oh man, the fan zones or whatever, and there's just these huge screens, and it's pretty.
Well,
great.
when they always show that like in the during the World Cup or some of the big
Yeah.
Euro stuff, they always cut to like the other country doing like some big watch
Yeah.
party, and I'm like, I want to be there. Like that would be a lot of fun,
Oh yeah, like Brazil, on the beach, they have like 10 million people watching a single game. Yeah.
Maybe that's
Yeah,
what we should do instead of spending all this money at the World Cup. Just go to like another country, go to Brazil, and go watch
Yeah.
it on Copacabana beach somewhere.
That would be pretty
Go to
nice.
that watch party,
Yeah. And then
Think
you
of
get
that.
there and there's
Think of that,
nobody there
folks.
because they're all here in the. Actually, I think Brazil might be on that list actually now. When I think about it,
Can't
I think
trust those Brazilians, man.
I think because of what's going on with their former president, I think he might have put them on the list. I have to look it up.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, I'll have to look that up.
Ugh.
Yeah.
It's getting complicated.
Yeah, that's enough about
getting
politics,
wacky.
though, 'cause- yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to dive too deep in there. We
Yeah,
do
yeah.
probably an entire podcast on it.
Oh, absolutely. 100%. Whoops. Like bumping
Ugh.
stuff over here.
Oh
Yeah.
man. But outside of the African Cup of Nations, we did have some other fun things. There was the Carabao Cup semifinals. Those were some bonkers games. Also, results that I expected. So Manchester City beat Newcastle 2-0, and Arsenal beat Chelsea. So these are those weren't shock responses, but they were pretty intense games. Nobody won 5-6-0. It was both sides had their moments where they all wanted it. There wasn't like there was a dominating team. I don't know. Did you catch those games? Were you in it?
So I did watch some of the Man City one just because I wanted to see Semenyo and how he's like fitting into the team. I mean, it seems like this guy's been playing there for like 3 years already. Like he just showed up and was like plugged in like automatically. I watched the signing of him. Like they showed, I forget, I think it was on YouTube. They showed him flying from, was he at Bournemouth? And getting to the airport, and one of the usher guys was like, "Oh, thanks for everything you did for the team," and well, sorry, sad to see you go. And then he goes to to Manchester, and like literally, he just like fits like right into the team. Now,
Yeah.
they're playing right now. Man City is, it's not looking good, but they're playing like in the Arctic Circle right now too. But this guy, I think he is. If there's a turnaround in this season. We'll talk about that later too. But if there's a turnaround in this season and they end up somehow winning the league, he will have directly contributed to it. And I saw something that Manchester City has signed like 14 players since January of last year. And it just seems like they're still kind of in decline, but it's only because they play in the Premier League. If they were in La Liga, if they were in the Bundesliga or the French league, they would be on top of the league. And it's just because Arsenal, Liverpool and Aston Villa, crazy enough, are kind of disrupting it that they're not on top of the league because they have still probably one of the top 10 teams in the world easily, but they're having a hard time right now. That's why they signed so many players.
Yeah.
But
Which I'm not too sad about.
yeah,
I'm fine with it. Get that tie. Share those points.
Yep.
Drop some points. I'm fine with it, baby. I'm fine with it. I don't know. We'll see. So when is the final? Do you have that in front of you?
So I think they still have to play the second leg of the semifinals first.
God,
yeah, it's one of those.
What?
Yeah.
Why do I have? Why am I part of a soccer podcast? I don't. You're right. That was
the
late
Carabao
too.
Cup is so weird. Me personally, I think they should get rid of it. France got rid of theirs. Germany doesn't have anything like that. Spain doesn't have anything like that. Italy doesn't have anything like that.
It was only added because it was like they wanted more televised. I think it started in the 60s or 70s, and they wanted more televised games outside of or really just games for folks to go to outside of the standard league game. And I think they added that. But now that there's 800 million tournaments,
and you have the FA Cup,
so you need the Carabao Cup.
Yeah,
do you think they care? I mean, I'm watching these games and they seem to care. I know, but do you think? I mean, do teams really care about the?
I don't care. Do you know who won the Carabao Cup last year?
I cannot remember. I never remember. All I remember is when Liverpool win it, and they had in the past. Yeah,
exactly. I couldn't tell you. I mean, I'm sure Manchester City has probably won it in the last 10 years, but other than that, I couldn't tell you anybody that's won the Carabao Cup.
Let's see.
At all. Maybe Chelsea has won it.
Let me ask my girl. Who won the Carabao Cup last year?
Let's see what she says.
Manchester City won the 2024 Carabao Cup, beating Newcastle.
Man City. Okay.
Manchester City.
Okay.
Thanks, babe. Thanks, babe. Thanks, babe. Okay. All right. Okay. She doesn't know when to shut up. Yeah. So City won last time, but I mean, you're a City fan. It's not like it got you right here.
That's the thing.
One sauce got you here, and it got you right here.
FA Cup, I would care. I really would.
Yeah.
Carabao Cup, I think. And that's another thing because they have these other cups as you go down the pyramid too. So they have the lightning
Shield?
tire cup or whatever. They have seriously. They have
I believe you.
these other weird cups. I think they should just get rid of it. Just, you have players that don't really want to play their FA Cup, league, and then whatever European competition. I think that's more than enough.
And if you have and you wonder why folks like City don't always, they have always won, those bastards. But but if you're a top tier team, if you're a top of the league team, you're going to be in all of the competitions. You're going to be in Champions League. You're going to be in the FA Cup. You're going to be in the Carabao Cup. Obviously, you got your English Premier League games. You got Club World Cup. You got, you qualify for everything, and all of a sudden you're constantly playing. Where you were, twice, 3 times, a week kind of games. That sort of thing. It's tough. I could see players getting injured more. Yeah, if you're listening to us, get rid of the Carabao Cup. Do it.
Look at this. I think your girl might have lied to you because. Because my app says that Newcastle won it last year over Liverpool.
What?
25. Yeah. Yep. It says
Newcastle Manchester City won the 2024 Carabao Cup.
Nope.
Beating Newcastle United 2-1 in the final. No, but this isn't 2025. This is 2024 for whatever reason. So who won in 2025?
So the 23-24 was Liverpool. They beat Chelsea. 24-25 was Newcastle over Liverpool. That's what my app is saying. That's what my app says.
I believe you. Yeah. What the? That's weird.
Hey.
She's look. She's saying it.
Yeah.
She said it out loud.
Beating them 2-1.
These things lie to us all the time. It's probably against somebody, it's probably quoting me in the podcast, and it pulled it because I'm always wrong with dates and stuff.
Yeah.
And it scraped that information from the internet. It's giving us false information. Grok does that too. I have Grok in the car, and we asked this was before Christmas, what day is Christmas on? And it was completely wrong. And then we asked it a second time. It was like, what? You're not right. And then it did a different date. So, and I don't know if Grok was just messing with us or not, but these guys aren't always right.
No,
They're not always right.
You still have to check your work. Yeah, I always do.
Yeah, you do. Don't trust them fully.
Yeah, I'm not in a trusting relationship with my Chat GPT, Copilot, or any of that stuff. I always double check it. So, yep.
I say we take a little break-a-roo. What do you think?
I think we should.
And then we hop in. There was the Copa del Rey that we can talk about, and a lot of English Premier footies, and then we could talk about the tingles of the week. Now that the Champions League is back, baby.
Yeah, and it's on right now. About to check to see how bad Man City is doing right now. Ooh, it does not look
hopefully
good.
bad. No?
No.
All right. I'm gonna check on the break here. I like the sound of that.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
All right, we'll talk to you in a bit. And we're back again.
Welcome back.
Yes.
Hope you didn't miss us.
I'm sure they haven't. We were joking that when we took our break, I left my recording going, and I listened to see if there was any ghosts in the room, and there was one that said, "Get out! Your podcast sucks. Get out!"
It's a Copa del Rey.
Copa del Rey. Let's talk about the Copa del Rey. People watch that stuff.
Of course.
Yeah, especially when
the Spanish FA Cup.
Exactly, especially when teams like Real Madrid get knocked out.
Yep, by teams that we've never heard of.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you fire an elite manager mid-season. This is exactly what
kind of club are you that you're like almost winning the whole thing, but it's like that's not enough. We gotta. That guy's fired. That guy sucks. Second place, almost first place. Get out of here. Hit the streets.
I really do think that in Spain, as long you could finish in fourth place, as long as you beat, Real or Barcelona, depending on which one you are, you're going to keep your job.
Yeah.
At least for a couple of seasons. Xavi wasn't even there for 6 months.
I know, it's crazy. The drama's real. I was thinking about that the other day. Like, what do you think about like coaches not getting enough time? Like when you get pulled in, especially like mid-season, you got somebody else's players, you got somebody else's, and there is a window there where you're kind of playing the same style, but you can't just go in day one and be like, nope, we're doing it my way. I don't know who that was or what accent that was, but you know what I mean? Like, so there has to be like a time like you got to get through like the transfer windows. You got to start building your team.
You should have a couple of windows actually.
Like, is there but I'm just thinking like, are the people who own these clubs not actually footy fans and they don't really understand how it works? Like, you can bring somebody in and just win every single game for the rest of the time, or like there has to be a period where
there's got to be.
They got to learn. I mean, not only learn, but
the team yours.
You got to make the team yours. Exactly.
Yeah, so you have to either get the tools to make the team yours with your play style.
Yeah.
Or you're not going to be there for very long. I mean, there are some teams that they try to do that.
Yeah.
But the fans can be brutal.
Yeah.
Fans can be brutal. And in soccer, outside of like the MLS, I'm sure there's some other leagues like it where it's not a franchise or where it's a franchise model. Nobody really cares. Like, you're still going to get your distribution of money and blah, blah, blah. But in like a place like England, Spain, Italy, that doesn't happen. And if you're not doing well, you're losing out on a lot.
It just seems so odd. It just seems so odd, though. I mean, like, again, like, how do you... It just seems so super disruptive. Like, it seems like it'd be worse to get that guy out who almost has you at first.
Yeah.
Than, like, getting somebody else in there that has to go through the whole... process again. I just feel like they should get a season. Give the guy a season. If it's like he's ending the season in 11th spot, okay, get that get that guy out. But if he's like 4th spot and then they have an opportunity to build this team, like that's I don't know. It just seems so odd to me. I don't know.
I think these owners, they think they know the sport better than the coaches, which doesn't make any sense. Yeah. But I also think a lot of times there's promises made to these managers and then they're not fulfilled. Like whether that's a transfer thing or, an amount of time that they're going to be given. What's his name? The Amarin. He just a couple of months ago, one of the owners from Man U was like, hey, we're going to give you 36 months. And then not even 2 months later, he was gone. He didn't even get the 36 months.
Uh,
So I think it's like you have to win now. If you don't win now, you're gonna be gone. And
it's just
then
so odd.
we're gonna pay you so much money that you can't coach anyplace else because we don't want you going to our rival or something and then beating us. So you're just gonna sit on the bench and not coach anybody for X amount of time.
Yeah,
So
it's
yeah.
bonkers. It's
And so now
yeah.
Xabi, listen, every time that I open up any social media thing, it's him in Liverpool gear. Like every single time I open it
It's
up,
so funny.
like I was watching something, I don't know, I think it was ESPN, and they were talking about Arne Slot, and they were like, if he doesn't win like these next two games that are crucial, yeah, Alonso is going to be in Liverpool. I mean,
You think they would do that to Arnie after just winning the league?
but a lot of people are saying that he won the league with Klopp's players.
Klopp
So,
style, Klopp's
yeah.
players. Yeah, yeah,
But I mean,
yeah,
at the same time, Verts is doing his thing, and maybe it's still just taking a
yeah.
little bit of time. But in his case specifically, you have to give him the time. He won the league last year. Who cares if it was with Klopp's players? I get that, but he still won the league.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you can
Yeah,
easily screw that up.
and they're playing the Champions League now, so they're still bringing in that money. I mean, stuff happens.
Yeah,
The teams in the Premier League, there's however many teams, 18, 20 teams that are playing for five-ish Champions League spots. And there's like seven kind of big clubs. So you're not going to get one every single time,
yeah,
you know? I don't know.
yeah,
If it were up to me, I would give him at least another year. So he would be here until May of 20 or June of 2027. And then if stuff's not working,
yeah.
but if it is, and you guys finish in second, first, third, whatever, you
First,
got your guy. You
yeah,
got your guy,
yeah, yeah.
So
Xabi, don't
yeah,
take another job. Just sit a while. Just take it all in. Take it all in.
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know. I don't
I don't
know.
know that he can.
But it must
But
feel
yeah,
good. It must feel good when you leave, and then
and
Real
the team
loses and gets
loses.
knocked out by Albacete.
I couldn't even tell you
Tres
what part of
y
Spain they're
do.
from.
No, tres y dos.
Besitos. Yep.
Yeah. Now they
That's
got
just terrible.
kicked out. Barca fans are very happy because
Yep.
they did not get kicked out and they won their game
Yeah.
2-0 against Racing Santander.
Yep.
So
And so Torres scored, and then Yamal, he seemed to
yeah,
score almost in. Actually, he kind of hit a drought. This is the first
he
time I think
did.
I've seen his name in a minute.
Yeah,
But
he did.
so
He did.
this Racing Santander team, we just signed a player from there. Stuttgart did. So I'm just going to go ahead and say that the reason that they lost that game and didn't knock out Barcelona is because we just signed Aravalo. He's an
Yeah.
Ecuadorian guy, and now he's in Stuttgart. So that's the only
Yeah.
reason. Stuttgart helped Barcelona win this game, in my personal
There you
opinion.
go. There you go.
So,
Any
yeah,
good? Is he any good? Are you excited about that transfer?
I
Or
am
you don't
excited.
know? Yeah.
He's pretty young. He's
Yeah.
only played, he's come on for a couple of minutes, hasn't really played much yet. They're still trying to integrate him in. Plus, he's kind of dealing with the cold weather now because he wasn't really dealing with that in Spain. But I think going forward now, he's going to see a lot of time. He's
Yeah.
going to see a lot of time
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
one of our main strikers just came back from injury, but he's still kind of iffy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's great. I mean, that's what a player wants. They don't want to be sitting on the bench.
absolutely.
They
And
want
he's young.
They want to
He's
kick the
hungry.
ball. They want to kick the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, that's Copa del Rey. Very exciting stuff. So we'll see, and we'll see how this whole thing ends. Obviously, Real will not be a part of it.
Nope.
But I would say Barca they take the cake. What do you think?
Yeah, I think 100% they take the cake.
Yeah.
I think now that we signed our guy,
Yeah.
Barcelona just took out probably their hardest competition with
That's it.
Real getting knocked out.
That's great. But I do love. I mean, that's their that's the Spanish FA Cup, right?
It is.
So
Yep.
it's kind of cool to see these little scrappy teams, and seeing Real get knocked out. Not that I mean, I'm not like a huge Real fan. It's not like Liverpool for me. But if I had to choose a team,
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna lose a lot of friends out there. But I go Real over Barcelona. That's me. That's me.
Yeah. No, I get it.
I joined the that's where I joined the dark side on the
Yeah.
on the Spanish footy. Only was you got Vinny Jr. and I'm an Mbappe guy, And so
Yeah.
it's exciting to see him over there. And then you get the Scouser, you got Alexander Arnold, who we've not seen do anything because he got injured
No.
right at the start, so we haven't really seen him do much. So, but I've always kind of like Real. I don't know, the flashiness.
I like to watch both. I don't really pick between the
Exactly.
two.
Again, I don't like when they lose. I'm not like like I'm not really, it's not in my heart kind of thing. You know what I mean? But like, if I had to choose between the two, that's who I go with. That's me. That's me.
Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah.
That's me.
I mean, if
I don't know.
if I'm going with my heart, then it would probably be with Barca, just because I really don't like the Real Madrid president because of the whole Super League thing that he tried to, even though Barca was a part of
That's
that
right.
too. But
Yeah.
yeah, he's just so against like the
Yeah.
Champions League and everything
Yeah.
else.
No, that's true. That's true. This is why people like you better, Rob. Than me, 'cause, you choose the right teams, except for Man City. Those bastards. Those bastards.
So glad I didn't put any money on that game.
Yeah. Let's hop over to England in the Premier League. Kind of an interesting set of games here.
Absolutely.
We can start with Liverpool Burnley. I was very excited to see Vats.
Rats.
That's how you
He's
say it. The
doing his
W is
thing.
a V sound.
He's doing his thing.
Vats. Ich habe Heimgeld. This is what I yell in my family all the time. Ich habe Heimgeld. Ich habe Heimgeld.
What is that?
I have no money.
Oh,
I
ich
have
habe
no
kein
money.
Geld.
Yeah, ich habe kein Geld. I have no money. But it's nice to see Verts score. He scored in the 42nd minute. Thanks for your note there, Rob.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's grown on me. Like again, like there's all this stuff swirling on the internet about like him not being up to par with English Premier and he can't keep up and he was a disappointing signing and all this stuff. And he's like,
You need to settle in.
and we talked about this in the pod before too. Like I'm really enjoying. Like he wasn't scoring yet, but I was really enjoying his play and how he passes the ball so fast, and he's like just very quick and very smart player. But now he's also scoring goals, and it's like it's really nice to see Vats squeaking the ball back into the net. But in the 65th minute, Edwards from Burnley score, and they steal the points. Those bastards.
Yeah.
So it's 1-1 all around, but. Liverpool had their chances, and this is like where I feel, it's still a little scary, or it's still like an uncertain. Not again, again we're not like it's kind of like a woe is me where you have a team who you're used to winning all the time, but there is so it's like. So I feel kind of like a dick being like, man, when they lose, what's going on? But it's a nice problem to have, and there's something wrong. There's something not afoot. What is the expression? Something's afoot at the Circle K, right? Like it's
strange things.
Things are afoot at the Circle K, and it's true. Like there's something off. They should be beating Burnley. Burnley is what
True.
I think are they at the bottom? I feel like I said that last time, and you're
they're
like,
right above Wolves.
yeah. That's what I mean. Like, I just feel like we should be going in with a lot more confidence, and we should be having our moments where, it should be like 3-0, 4-0, 4-1. Burnley. I mean, congrats to the Burnley fans. But as a Liverpool fan, like, shouldn't be ending 1-1. I don't know. It just seems off. And in those kind of moments, you can see Xavi kind of peering in through the bushes and
looking over.
Yeah, and Slot's kind of, getting a little nervous. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
I think there's just the team is still trying to figure itself out. Again, this isn't the same team that Slot had last year. And I mean, looking at the table, they're in a Champions League spot. And I think they were last week as well. So I mean, they're not doing even if they're in fourth right now.
Oh, are they? God damn it.
Yeah, it's fourth. It's Arsenal, City, Villa, and then Liverpool. Liverpool is 1 point ahead of Manchester United, though.
And that's what kills me too. It's like we have these, Arsenal. We're getting to that game next. They drop points, and City drop points, and we're not capitalizing on that. Like we should be getting the 3 points, and we should be squeaking slowly up. But like when they drop points, we drop points. It's like so we all stay in the same
spot. But that little tidbit that I put on there. So the first time since '83 that the top 3 teams in the league failed to score, which is wild when you think about it. They failed. They did not score. Like, how does that happen? How does that happen? I mean, I don't know.
It's getting tougher. I mean,
Arsenal's
it's definitely getting tougher in the league. I think these scrappy teams are better than they ever used to be. And
true.
I just think it's a harder. I don't think it's been this tough in since I've been watching English Premier League. So because again, it used to always these teams would dominate. And
Yeah.
now Burnley could squeak in a goal and
Yeah.
steal the points. I don't know. I don't know, Rob.
I think there's a lot of fatigue still too, because
Yeah.
you had the Club World Cup this year. You got the
Yep.
World Cup coming next year or this year. No, what am I talking about?
Yeah.
This year. And then, even when the next season starts in August or whatever, players are still going to be tired. And even the players that aren't playing in the World Cup, it's still going to affect their teams. It's still a team game, no matter how you look at it. So the following year may be pretty good because players will have the whole full summers to rest and they won't be traveling across oceans for, major competitions. But that's how you allow teams like a Nottingham Forest to kind of sneak in there and disrupt everything. So,
Yeah.
yeah. But
Yeah.
it's the Premier League. It is the Premier League. It is the
Yeah.
top league in the world.
Yeah.
Stuff's going to happen.
That's why we watch. Stuff
This
happens.
is why we watch.
because
Absolutely.
because stuff happens.
Yep.
Ugh.
Like this next game.
Yes, yeah, and then
Man,
so that again, I kind of walked away going, ugh, and then they spent the last 30 minutes of the game trying to score basically, and just could not get it in, couldn't do it.
Yep.
But then we also had the Manchester derby, is how we say it here. Did they say derby there too? I think they
They
do.
say Derby.
Yeah. What's wrong with
Yep.
me? What's wrong with
I'm
me?
not even going to try to do an English accent at all because it's not going to
Don't
it's not
do
going
it.
to sound well.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Let me offend the folks. I'll do it. But yeah, Manchester United with the 2-0 win over Manchester City, which was totally unexpected. And
Yep.
we were talking about this offline. It was like I think it was the 4:30 a.m. game, and I was gonna watch it later. Where I avoid the internet and I avoid everything. But I was watching the Liverpool game, that little box
Yep.
in the corner that shows the previous scores. It's really hard to. I can do it sometimes, but it's really hard to
Yep.
not look at it. And I saw and I was shocked. I did not expect a Man U win over City.
You know what's crazy? One of the apps, I think I used DAZN or DAZN, whatever you want to call it, and they have a little button if you're watching on your computer or tablet that you can click so they won't show any spoilers for other games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have that
And it
for like
won't-
the apps, like like ESPN or even Sling. Like you could go into the settings and
Yeah, so
then
it
like
doesn't
remove
show
scores and even like my soccer apps, I have scores removed, but this was like a broadcast because I think the Liverpool game was like on USA Network or whatever, and so whenever it's like broadcast, like on Peacock, they don't do that little box with the previous
Yeah.
scores, but on the broadcast networks they do, and
Yeah.
I couldn't avoid it.
So
I tried to do on these. I just can't do it.
This game is the complete opposite because Man U fired their manager.
That's right.
Michael Carrick comes in and he beats Pep Guardiola. Now, granted, this was in at Old Trafford. It wasn't at the Etihad, but I
Still
mean, they
unexpected.
yeah, it was completely unexpected. I thought, especially like I said, that what's his name, Semenyo, that he came in and he's just been playing so well. But I don't even know, was he in this game? He was in this game. He was the highest or second highest rated player on Man City, but he
Yeah.
did not score. I mean, obviously City didn't score because it was 2-0, but it seems like everybody did not well. Foden didn't have a good game. Holland didn't have a good game.
Yeah.
And you expect Holland to show up in games like this.
I feel like he didn't even touch the ball. Like,
Yeah, he probably,
than twice.
didn't.
yeah.
Oh man, yeah, it's pretty bad. He had two blocked shots.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like he had no shots on target. Wow,
Yeah.
that is upsetting.
That's my kind of City game right there, Rob. That's my kind of City game.
Yeah,
What is it? Buemo.
Buemo.
Buemo. 65th minute, and then Dorgu with the 76th minute. Awesome. I mean, that sealed the deal right there. You knew that they were taking the cake with that last goal there.
And they like I said, I mentioned it I think before we came on. They scored one late, and it just got taken back by VAR. And when that popped up, it was like 90 plus something, and I was like, "Are you serious right now?" You know.
I love
City
how
couldn't even get on there.
Pep looks the same when he's down 2-0, when he's up 5-0. He has the same
Yeah.
same face. You can't tell what's going on in that brain. He looks. I think I can't if I sent to you and another buddy, but it's like it's like him sitting before the game or something. I don't know if it was this particular game. He was
you
just
sent me
so
that, yeah.
depressed and like,
Yeah.
what's going on in that brain of
I
his?
think it was before this game, and
Yeah.
I think he realized that something was off, maybe. And that could have been it. He might have saw something that he did not like and couldn't
He's
really
just in
change
there
it.
like staring into the void. What's going on with my life? Come on, Pep, you're the most winningest coach, one of the most winningest coaches in the world, most successful. I don't like to say it. I don't like to give him praise, but it's true. You got to give the man.
And he might not
some
be there
props.
next year.
Yeah.
We don't know. He may not be there.
I suspect he's not. Like I remember when Klopp left. I think it fizzled out. I mean, this is me speculating. I didn't read this anywhere, but I feel like because there was such a like health, and I called it healthy rivalry. It wasn't like a Mourinho him. Like it was a rivalry with respect between Klopp and Pep, and I think they both made themselves better competing against each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when Klopp left, I think like there was it's kind of like when they like a buddy of yours in the office or whatever leaves. And it's part of you is like, should I leave too? Should I?
Yeah. No, it's true.
Like I feel like,
right.
and I feel like that's kind of what happened with Pep. I feel like there's a part of him that's like, I should go. I bet you $1 million, which I don't have, that he leaves. Leaves this after the season.
Because the challenge isn't there anymore, and I think
what I'm
that's
saying.
a big part of it.
Yeah.
It's possible, and who knows? Maybe I don't think he'll go back to Spain, but where could he go? He has said he's always wanted to play in Italy. He has said that, but I think eventually, what is going to happen is in a couple of seasons. Let me see if I can get this. He's going to be going after this bad boy right here.
Yes.
He's going to take over the Spain job eventually. For those of you that can't see, obviously, I'm holding on to the World Cup trophy, not the real one, but but I think Pep is gonna go for to be the manager of Spain, and try to win the World Cup.
I could see it. Yeah. Absolutely. I can see him. I can see him doing that as the next gig. Italy sounds kind of interesting. I don't know who. And it had to be like one of the bigger clubs, obviously. But
absolutely, one of the Milan clubs, or
but I could take. I mean, he's been so
Napoli.
stressed. Like, remember that one game where he's just like at the press conference, he had, like his head was just filled with scratches. Was he just the whole game? He was like scratching his face. Like, I think he's maybe he's kind of done, And I think that's what happened with Klopp, where he was just kind of like, I can't do that. I need to take some time off, and like I didn't want to. I don't know. It's just like I think he needs the time off. I don't know him personally, but looking at him and watching his games, like he looks a little like he's ready to, just chill on the beach. I don't know if he's a chill guy. I don't know if he can.
He might not be. He might not be able to ever turn it off. Yeah. That might be part of it too. He might not be able to turn that off. Yeah. So I think it would be hard for him to even take a year off after he leaves. He might go, leave in June and then in August or whatever be with another team already.
Yeah.
Which would be crazy. Let's just hope he doesn't come back to the Bundesliga. We don't need that.
What if he comes back for Stuttgart? You would take him. You would take him.
Like I said on the pod last week, we love Sebastian Hoeneß right now.
Yeah.
He's doing great things for the club, and we hope that he's here for the next 50 years.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing good things, really good things.
Yeah,
so I'm definitely happy.
Yeah. All right, yeah, keep Pep over there. Yeah, I mean, we don't know. We'll see what the next chapter is, and we will be there, and we will talk about it
100%.
Whether you want to hear it or not. We're going to talk about it.
Us and the ghosts.
Yeah, us and the ghosts.
All right, so let's see what we got. Oh, we already mentioned that Arsenal drew with Nottingham Forest. Those top three teams, there was no movement.
Yeah, we should be
Arsenal,
capitalizing. Sorry.
Arsenal, they still got the point. Manchester City did not. So they opened up to a 7-point lead at the top of the table. They're looking pretty good.
Yeah.
They're looking pretty good.
Yeah.
What is it? Liverpool, I think, is 14 points off of Arsenal right now.
I'm counting. I'm
but
counting.
it's still early.
I'm
I
sitting there
think there's
going like, how many games is that? Like, it's like
five. They
yeah, I
need five
know
wins,
it's 5 games.
consecutive wins.
That's what I
Yep.
mean. Like they drop points. We should. Yeah. It's frustrating. Even Aston Villa dropped points to Everton, and it's nice
Yeah.
seeing Everton. I actually, and I don't know if I mentioned this on the pod before, but at least to you, that when I first came into English Premier, it was Howard who pulled me into
Oh
this
yeah.
league
Yep.
from
Secretary
after
of Defense.
yeah, exactly, the Secretary of Defense after a brilliant World Cup. And so initially I was kind of like, oh, I'll start with Everton, and Everton kind of fizzled out for me a little bit until I fell in love with the Reds. So just like sort of a Manchester United, I'm an Everton sympathizer, even though they're also in Liverpool.
Yeah.
But it was nice. Barry squeaked in a goal in the 59th minute, but that was a hard played game, and Everton deserved that win. And they played so well. Like they're an interesting team because like they either play just terribly,
Yeah.
or they play like brilliant football, and it's and. So I enjoy watching their games, and I still tune into them. I did tune into that game, and it was kind of exciting to see that. And like you said, Jack Grealish came in.
Yeah.
Cavs.
Calves and small socks.
Yeah. Well, I had a term for him, but I can't remember I haven't called him. It's something Cavs, but whatever. It's gone. It's gone, Rob.
It's all
gone.
good. It's all good.
Yeah.
But Everton, I mean, they're in the top half of the table, and they're only
Yeah.
one win behind Manchester United in
Yeah.
fifth place. Think about it.
No, they're
So,
doing they're doing great, and I'm super impressed with how they been playing. So curious where they land.
Yeah.
Curious where they land. And before we run out of time, my little time thingy just popped up.
oh yeah.
Let's pop over to the Bundesliga, which I think very much what's going on over there.
Yeah, the Bundesliga.
Hit us, Rob.
It was pretty crazy. Had some games. Okay, let me start with this. RB Leipzig and Bayern Munich. This game just got completely out of hand. Like, so I have my
Too
phone
many
set up
goals.
so that when all the Bundesliga matches are playing, I'm getting notifications, and Bayern is like draining my battery.
Dun 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 dun.
I was
Is
actually
that the notification? You get the dun dun dun.
No,
dun,
no, no.
dun,
I would
dun,
throw my
dun,
phone
dun.
into a river. I was hoping that Leipzig would be able to do something. Leipzig playing at home against
Yeah.
Bayern would be able to slow them down. No, it was nonstop. And I think I think they had like 2 goals disallowed. It was just nonstop. RB Leipzig couldn't do anything to them. Let me jump over to Hoffenheim. This is not a rival team to Stuttgart, even though they play in the same state. But they were able to beat Bayer Leverkusen, who we just beat as well last week, 1-0. But I keep bumping my head on my microphone over here. I got to
Come on, Brad.
but Hoffenheim is actually doing quite well on the table right now. They are actually above Stuttgart. Hoffenheim is in third place. They're only above us because they have 7 more goals on goal differential, but they're doing quite well. But they're kind of a plastic team, but we'll talk about that another time. Speaking of the greatest team in the world, VfB Stuttgart. This game, I can't really get into it, but I had a rough weekend.
Ugh.
I was in the techno club. That's something
no.
for another. I don't
I
know
wanna
if
hear
was
it.
techno, but I was there. So I didn't get to watch this game, but I got the notifications. I was so excited when Stuttgart went up. Chris Furich, he used to be a German national team player. He's hoping that he'll get called up. He was able to score. And I can actually say that even though this game ended 1-1 against the hated Union Berlin, those beer throwers.
Wait, were those the guys who threw the beer at you that
These are
one
the guys
time?
who threw the beer. Yeah. The goal that was scored by Union Berlin, that player, João, used to play for Stuttgart. He was one of our Korean players, and we got rid of him because he was injury prone and a little slow. But
Ugh.
yeah, he got his revenge against VfB Stuttgart for sure.
Ugh.
But we're sitting in fourth right now with 33 points. Hoffenheim's above us. Dortmund's in second. Bayern Munich's in first. The table is kind of weird right now because Hoffenheim has a game in hand. So does RB Leipzig and Leverkusen, the 2 teams below us, because we had some weather issues like a couple of weeks ago. So once those games finally get played, we'll have the true table. Right now, we're sitting in fourth after playing 18 games, but everybody around us only has 17. So just quick Bundesliga roundup.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to this coming weekend. I'm actually going to be able to sit at home. I'm not going to any techno clubs this weekend, so
I
so
got, I
I'll
got to
be
hear
able
that.
to watch the
How
game.
did you end up in a techno club? Only in
Long
Germany,
story.
man. Only in Germany.
My son and his girlfriend came to visit, and they wanted to go out. I went with my brother-in-law, who is an
Yeah.
amazing dancer. Shout out to
Yeah.
Larry. So yeah, he took us to this. He took us to this techno club. It was
Yeah.
it was pretty wild. Yeah, they made
What?
you put stickers on your phone cameras, so there was no photography
Oh,
in the club.
yeah.
Yeah,
Interesting. Yeah.
didn't open until midnight. Yeah,
I
it
thought
was
that was
pretty
like
wild.
A Berlin thing that they're
Yeah, you're
huge.
thinking
They're
about
huge into their.
Berghain. You're thinking
Yeah.
about that club up there. Yeah, I think they probably do the same thing where you
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah.
They probably lock your phone in a box or whatever. But yeah, it was pretty wild.
Yeah.
So I didn't get to watch the game because of that. But I will be watching on Thursday. I'm gonna jump into tingles because we ain't got much time left.
Oh, yeah. Let's do it.
So
Oh, yeah. You're
Stuttgart
right.
is
We're running out of
playing.
time here. Yeah. Let's
We're
look at it.
playing in Rome on Thursday in the Europa League. I will definitely be watching that game. Um, let's see, Juventus Benfica. So we'll get to see Jose Mourinho making a return to Italy. I'm really looking forward to that game. I don't know if I'll watch it though because there's other quality matches going on to include Inter Arsenal, which you mentioned earlier. Should be a really good game.
Yeah. Later today.
Oh, that's today.
Yeah.
Why
The
did I think that was
20th, baby.
tomorrow? Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
right.
12 p.m. PST.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Nice
So
long
that's
lunch.
actually in 2 minutes.
Ah.
That game starts in 2 minutes. I thought it was another day.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
we gotta hop in. Another
Yeah.
reason we gotta hurry up here. We can hop
Yeah,
in those
absolutely.
hop in
Yep.
those games. What other tingles you got?
Well, you got Liverpool playing against Marseille. I mean,
Yes.
Marseille is kind of, I don't want to say they're like my French league team, but I think unless you're from Paris, I think everybody kind of likes Marseille because, they've won the Champions League. They were up until last year, they're the only French team to do it. And they just kind of have this, I don't know, je ne sais quoi about the about the team and the city.
Yeah.
The city of Marseille is pretty amazing. So,
All right.
yeah.
All right. I'm
What you
thinking here.
got?
Well, I'm thinking here because I'm looking at, we have today we got I'm going back and forth. It might be a double screen, big screen, little screen situation, but it got Real Madrid versus Monaco, which will be interesting with Milan and Arsenal, 12 p.m. PST today, and then of course we got the Olympique versus Liverpool, like you mentioned. I'll absolutely be watching that. That is certainly a tingle. I know you don't like Bayern. I'm not gonna. I mean, obviously, I'm gonna watch Liverpool, but anything Bayern Munich in the Champions League sounds interesting. And you got Harry Kane and you got my boy Diaz, which
This
still
is
breaks my
true.
heart every time he scores for Bayern. When every goal he scores for Bayern is a non-goal for Liverpool, and it makes me
Yeah.
very sad every time. Every time,
Yeah.
Rob, every
I was
time.
listening to something where they were talking about that and how when Diaz left, that he took the excitement away from
He
Liverpool.
did. He was like
Yeah.
he was so exciting, and then like he would score a goal, and they would cut to his dad wearing like his jersey and like dancing up there.
Dancing.
Yeah, no, he was just a lot of fun to watch. I was very very excited about Diaz every time. He became an instant favorite for me. Absolutely,
Yeah.
100%. I will be also watching the Roma Stuttgart game in the Europa for sure. And then if we pop over to English Premier League, there's a 9:30 a.m. PST on the 24th. AFC Bournemouth versus Liverpool. Obviously, I'll be watching that.
100%.
100%. And then I would say probably the biggest tingle of the week would be the Arsenal Manchester United game, 8:30 a.m. on Sunday, the 25th. That'll be interesting seeing how Man U took out Man City. Let's see if they can do the same thing for Arsenal. See if they still have it.
Yeah.
New manager
That,
bump,
that
you
would
know.
be nice.
See if they
That would be
see if Arsenal drops some points again, and then hopefully we do something with Bournemouth, who is a tough team. They are a
Yeah.
tough team. So that'll be interesting. But certainly tingles there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got a big week coming up.
Got a
And
big week coming
Manchester
up.
City is playing Wolves. I'm going to put some money on Wolves considering how Manchester City has played, they've dropped two in a row.
Yeah.
Now Holland will probably go and score 7, but I'm still going to put €5
You never
down
know.
on Wolves.
That is
just
if the ball
because.
can get to him, though. Like again,
that's
Holland.
true.
That's just like if City's having a moment and they get the ball to Holland, Holland will score. But
This
if that
is
ball
true.
doesn't get to him in a clean way, like again, he's the right there at the right time player. Kind of like a Harry Kane, where he just happens to be in the right place at the right time, kind of scorer. Again, if Holland doesn't touch the ball, he ain't scoring. He
This
ain't
is true.
scoring.
This is true.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing the stats on him from the game today. It was
Yeah.
cold up there, so we'll see.
What do you have it? Do you have it in front of you? With the let's see.
It was 3-1, but I don't have it.
All right. 3-1. Wait, so City lost.
Yeah, they lost 3-1 to Bodo Glimp.
See, that is a nice way to end the podcast right there. Nice city loss, Rob.
Oh, that's terrible. That is terrible.
We lost every city listener right there.
They're good.
Don't worry, Rob is a city guy. I'm not a city guy, so the
Yeah.
rivalry is real, people.
Yep.
It's real.
All right, I think we gotta end this.
Yes.
unfortunately.
Oh yeah, here we are. Yeah, we're gonna lose it. Rob, we'll
Yep.
see you in the next pod. Another one in the bag. We did it.
Yes, sir.
We did it.
Episode 9.
Yeah.
So you have a great week. I want to thank you guys for listening. Hope your teams win, unless they're playing ours.
That's right. Double digits. Episode 10 coming up next Tuesday.
Oh yeah.
Mané, better than Sané, plays for Liverpool.
Hey there, soccer fans. If you liked today's episode, what should they do, Rob? What should they do?
If you like listening to us and you're a soccerholic, we're available on all podcast platforms and apps. Leave us a review, leave us a like, leave a comment on Apple Podcasts, and don't forget to subscribe and tell your friends about us. The more people we got listening, the greater the podcast can be.
Do it. Because we don't have any friends, okay? So you do it.
He scores in almost every game, right foot, left foot, it's all the same. He's so cool. He can't think how to celebrate, so he just copies.
In case you were wondering, that Mané song is called Mané, 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 Funny Liverpool ABBA parody song by Jim Daly.